But Ash Regan is here now, MSP for Edinburgh Eastern with the Alba party. Ash, very good morning to you.
Good morning, Mike. How are you?
Yeah, very well indeed. Good to see you. Let's talk about a big protest that's coming up at the Scottish Parliament for Women Scotland. What's that about?
Yes. So your alert viewers will remember that For Women Scotland are the group of just 3 women, you know, very ordinary Scottish women, mothers, who fought their own government all the way to the Supreme Court and won, which is obviously a very unusual thing to be doing. We're in the situation now, though, where although the law has now been clarified by that, you know, very courageous struggle taken on by those brave women, the Scottish Government has not really responded. So it's been 5 months since the Supreme Court judgment, and the Scottish Government they're paying lip service to it. They're sort of saying, well, we accept it, but they're not making any concrete plans to change what's going on in Scotland in order to reflect the fact that many of the things that are going on in Scotland are now, in fact, illegal.
Yeah.
So the most obvious example of this is we have school guidance operating in Scotland, which means that in a number of schools in Scotland, there are no single-sex toilets. And we know that's having a very detrimental effect on particularly girls who don't want to use a toilet where they don't feel they've got privacy, dignity and safety. And also we still have highly dangerous, violent males in the women's prison estate. So this protest, which we think will be very well attended today, is to continue to put pressure on the government and to say to the government, you know, women are absolutely sick of this now. The government need to get their finger out and they need to make sure that all the public sector in Scotland is in line with the law, and the protest is called Women Won't Wait.
Yeah, because the NHS is sort of dragging its heels around a bit in Scotland on this as well, isn't it?
It really is. Obviously, we have the very high-profile tribunal case up here, which is the Sandy Peggy case, which is going on again this week. And that just shows that in many normal women's lives, this is affecting the way that they're able to do their jobs. It's affecting how they're able to go and change in between their shifts and so on. It's affected many women's reputations. A number of women who've just, you know, basically pointed out, you know, this isn't right, this shouldn't be done like this, have been silenced, they've been bullied out of their jobs, they've been suspended, they've lost their livelihoods. This has to come to an end now. We're absolutely getting sick of it. The law is very clear and the Scottish Government need to get their finger out and get on with it.
Yeah, I've got to ask you about Angela Rayner's situation, because, you know, a lot of people on her side saying, oh, she's only been picked on because she's this working class strong woman. I don't agree with any of that. I don't think that's the point at all. What do you make of it?
Yes, I had a look at this yesterday. I mean, I don't know Angela Rayner, I've never met her. It seems to me, I suspect that she probably knew that she was doing the wrong thing there. And I think having had to come out and admit that she has been using a kind of a loophole and that potentially that is illegal, I think she should do the right thing, pay the money back. But honestly, do you not think the public are getting utterly sick of all these politicians, the sleaze and the fraud and everything like this? It's not good for democracy. I really think politicians should be striving to do better.
They really should. And also, people are sick to death of politicians sort of beginning their careers, you know, with sort of normal levels of salary and ending them with sort of 3 houses and multi-millions in the bank.
Yeah. I mean, Westminster politicians, you know, very well paid compared to the average salary. They're on a huge wage, really. And I think they should be able to live within their means. They need to stick to the rules, make sure that they're doing everything appropriately. So yes, she's got herself in a bit of a position she shouldn't have done. She's done it herself. She's done this to herself, so it's up to her now to see if she can get herself out of that. I believe Keir Starmer is saying that, you know, he's fully behind her. But personally, my view on this is, I've seen this in the Scottish Government many times. When ministers have done something that, let's say they've broken the ministerial code, we've had a number of incidents up here of ministers using ministerial cars for trips they shouldn't be going on. In my view, if you're a minister, you've broken the ministerial code, the Prime Minister or the First Minister should sack you. They should let you go. And you can always come back into politics, but I think it sends that message that there are standards in public life. You must uphold them. Yeah. And if you are breaching those, that you need to go. Yeah,
I think that's a very sensible perspective. Ash, thank you very much indeed. Ash Regan there, MSP for Edinburgh Eastern with the Alba party. Got some great